You know, straight guys were always funny.
Straight women, and I
not all of them.
Yeah.
What?
The best audience.
When I was a kid, they were always funny. They were always funny. But, you know, I guess white guys have changed.
We're talking about
What an ambiguous phenomenon life is. To get hung up on, you know, some fun jokes at the ESPYs. You're literally missing the point. We're having fun. Which brings me to the next point, dude. The View.
I wish I was watching The View.
I mean, we are the first line of defense against tyranny.
Yeah.
And all of this,
Yeah.
you can't squelch the comedians. Don't do it. It's a mistake because they will go after you.
Wait, did she just call herself a comedian? Is that a thing? I never looked at Joy Behar as any type of comedian. I looked at her as a mouthpiece to an echo chamber.
But one thing he did that I didn't like, and that was he said, I didn't write that joke.
Yeah.
Never do that. Johnny Carson was on the air for, I don't know, 100 years.
Is she a joke? Is she like a
did he say the writer
comedian?
wrote that bad joke
She writes
that
jokes?
I just bombed with?
And if you watch,
That's bad form.
I wish John
I was
Hamm.
watching The View so that I could understand comedy the way Joy Behar does. You know, hilarious comedian Joy Behar? What was that one joke she told that everyone likes? Never once, ever?
As Shane Gillis' career continues, the more it shares with Norm Macdonald's career. He got fired from SNL only to return years later and host it. He recently hosted the ESPYs like Norm and even slipped in a Norm joke. And now, like Norm, he's officially not liked by the women of The View, which might be the biggest compliment he's received his entire career. The morning after the ESPYs, The View reacted to some of Shane's jokes from the show, and to be honest, the jokes they reacted to weren't even that wild. But when the camera cuts back to them, it's like they just witnessed a war crime.
The ESPY Awards last night, hosted by comedian Shane Gillis, who got a mixed reaction from the crowd. Take a look.
Donald Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn. The last time he staged a fight in D.C., Mike Pence almost died. No, you don't have to do that. It was fine. I didn't write it. Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. A bookie is what Bill Belichick reads to his girlfriend before bedtime. They do. They read The Very Horny Caterpillar, The Little Engine That Could But Needed a Pill First.
Look at Whoopi.
You know, hosting an award show is a tough game.
It really is.
Yeah. And so I'll ask you, you think he read that room correctly?
No.
He did?
Basically, when you do an awards show, they're there to hear their name called. They are not there to laugh, number one. But, you know, stand-up comedy, I don't do it anymore. I mean, I don't know how much you're doing still, but I put my creativity into my plays now because it's one of the hardest things that you do. I did it for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's like a high wire act. And I always say it's like I'm on the stage naked, everybody else has clothes. That's how it feels. We are the first line of defense against tyranny.
Yeah.
And all of this, you can't squelch the comedians. Don't do it. It's a mistake because they will go after you. But one thing he did that I didn't like, and that was he said, I didn't write that joke.
Yeah.
Never do that. Johnny Carson was on the air for, I don't know, 100 years. Never once did he say the writer wrote that bad joke that I just bombed with.
And if you watch,
That's bad form.
So yeah, according to Joy Behar, people don't go to award shows to laugh, which is weird because award shows are literally hosted by comedians all the time.
Like always, like that's the thing. You know, if you're gonna watch an award show, you're gonna have to find someone like an MC for the most part, someone to control the microphone that has the ability to kind of grab the attention with funny jokes and sayings and things. In fact, that's just what it is here. Just say you specifically do not like the politics of the person that's speaking, so you're not finding anything that he's saying funny. Just say that. That would make more sense. It's more honest.
Most people in the room aren't getting an award, and neither are the millions watching at home. That's why you get a comedian to host, to make the 3-hour commercial for Gatorade and Visa slightly less painful.
Basically.
And I don't know if Joy Behar and Joe Rogan's generation were all handed the same pamphlet, but I've heard Rogan say it a dozen times.
You know, in the comedy world, we say we're the last line of defense. Because this is where the woke
is he a
meets the
comedian?
wall.
We are the first line of defense against tyranny.
Which is funny because Joy says you shouldn't squelch the comedians and then immediately picks apart everything that was wrong with Shane's set. I think he took it as a compliment though.
What an ambiguous phenomenon life is. To get hung up on, you know, some fun jokes at the ESPYs. You're literally missing the point. We're having fun. Which brings me to the next point, dude. The View.
I wish I was watching The View.
No, you don't. No, you
I know
don't.
we're having fun right now.
I've never heard anyone say that.
John
I was
Hamm.
watching The View so that I could understand comedy the way Joy Behar does. You know, hilarious comedian Joy Behar?
No.
What was that one joke she told
Yeah.
that everyone likes?
I have no idea because I'm just finding out that she was a comedian. Just understand this here. A couple of you guys in the comments are pointing out basically that she may have been a comedian before. Okay. Really?
Never once, ever?
Show me.
But no, I get it. They didn't like it. It wasn't for them. If,
wasn't
they liked it, I would have been like, oh, that sucked.
That would have
It's
been
literally
weird,
not-
honestly.
You are Whoopi, dude.
It's literally not for the ladies of the View. Like, literally.
It's specifically designed for them to go, I didn't like it.
It's
Great.
crazy they never have like any kind of like, you know what, actually, I kind of saw the nuance in it.
No, this
It's just
it's not
like-
going to be a thing.
You know what I mean?
They're here to not.
It's
like
not happening.
things.
It's not
Yeah,
happening.
but like, why though? You got to ask
No, but
yourself.
No. They're definitely to like things, but generally not things that kind of they like. If that makes any
I
sense.
love like Hamilton.
Hamilton sucks.
Hamilton does not suck.
I will say, hold on, time out.
He is Whoopi.
Time out.
Hamilton
I did
sucks.
cry. I cried at the end of Hamilton. I'll be honest.
Look,
I cried at the end of Hamilton. I did.
Fellas, if I
Okay.
saw
His fucking son died, dude.
if I saw
His
Hamilton,
son died.
If I saw Hamilton live,
Okay.
I love it.
Obviously, Shane wasn't too offended. If anything, he should be proud that his set wasn't The View's cup of tea. The fact that he hosted the ESPYs and they dedicated an entire segment just to ridicule him is hilarious. Being a fan of Matt and Shane's secret podcast makes it even funnier. 10 years ago, Shane was stealing canned beans from his parents and doing open mics. Now he's infiltrated Hollywood, suits up for a fancy ESPN event, and instead of playing nice for daytime TV sensibilities, he performed for his podcast listeners.
What I felt about Shane, and every time I watch him, is I can feel his nerves. He has tics that say like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, over and over. It's like ominous speech.
Well, when you're
and then
bombing.
he keeps, well, the problem is though still, if he then maybe redirected, because there were moments where you could give some genuine shout outs, like where you call out some of the amazing greats in that room without a joke following every one. He had to be starstruck. I was starstruck looking at who was there.
I don't think Shane was starstruck or anything, but he did seem a little off. It felt like he was trying to blend what he thinks an award show host is supposed to do with his own act.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Like looking at his overall mannerism and his overall composure, yeah, it definitely looks like he's just trying to fit into a room where he himself does not feel comfortable standing in. It looks like that, based off what we've seen so far, at least.
Yeah, keep doing that thing where I pretend I'm extremely nervous. I really wasn't that nervous.
Cool.
Same like SNL. Dude, I hit the hello right up top.
So it was like an
Hello.
act.
Nah, man, it was real.
No,
it was,
the
purposeful
only thing that makes
act.
me nervous is doing like corny stuff.
yeah.
Like that, that's when I get nervous. Like when I walk out there and you see the teleprompter and it's like, what? It's incredible to be around so many amazing athletes here. Like, I can't read that.
No.
Weird.
Without
Okay,
being
that
like-
makes sense. That makes sense.
Dude, that's your blazing sword of truth.
People mistake it for just being totally inept, which they might. There's something. There's something there.
That's haters, bro.
Again, I think the ESPYs weren't really for the mainstream, they were for the dogs. If you weren't familiar with Shane going into it, he probably came off like a dork, which is understandable, seeing how he walked out and hit the mic with a hello.
Hello.
But if you've been watching the podcast, you know it was a shout out to Gar.
Okay, so basically the whole thing was just like a shtick that he was kind of running. Okay, that makes sense because he did it very well. I'm telling you, because I look at it here and I'm just like, yeah, bro, you're kind of nervous, but that's just his thing. And again, I haven't really seen much of anything that he's done, so not large scale. At least I've seen a couple of like sketches and things, right? But other than that, no, I don't know really deeply who he is here. So yeah, it looked like he was incredibly nervous. He lacked confidence and all these things. That was the vibe I got from him.
Dini.
New haircut, Gardini. You look like a young boy. Every time he walks into my house, he goes, "Hello." Every
Really?
day. Every time he comes, "Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello, Sean."
One of the ladies from The View actually gave Shane props for his Epstein joke, which I agree was one of his best jokes of the night.
Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. Must have probably deleted itself, right?
Right.
Probably never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that.
But
Yeah,
of course,
I'm gonna
Joy
be
had
honest,
to find a
we
way
should.
to disagree. She said it was a bad joke because Shane was assuming everyone knew about Epstein.
I thought some of it was funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
some of it was.
the Epstein joke, he said, you know, I guess it got deleted. Probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that. I thought that was funny, and he actually
you have
poked
to
fun
know
at Aaron Rodgers,
the story
too.
in order to get that joke.
I think
I think everybody knows about the Epstein story.
Everybody never make that assumption. The audience doesn't read what you read.
I think on a national scale,
Bro, you're picking apart a joke, bro. Like, you're picking it apart. That's what you're doing, Joy. You're picking apart. Like, you suck the fun out of the room every single time you speak.
well, it's pretty fair to assume most people have heard of the most infamous slaver of the 21st century. If you're hosting a show for the same network that aired the 30 for 30 on Aaron Hernandez, you can probably slip in a Jeffrey Epstein reference without losing the crowd.
Shane Gillis is kind of part of, I don't like using these terms like the manosphere, like comedy. Like he's in a crowd, a lot of MAGA guys follow him.
Word?
Oh, so that's why you hate him. That's it. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, the entirety of the time, I was just been saying, okay, the reason why you don't like him, because obviously his politics, I can tell kind of just by watching him here, he's like a bro's bro, if that makes any sense here. He's a man's man. Every bit of that. So I can imagine how The View specifically is you know, someone who's not, or a group of people specifically who's not like that interested in listening to anything he has to say, because who cares?
I think it is, but I hate using it.
That's not their base.
White guys exist.
The people who follow
White guys
him
exist
definitely
in it?
knew that joke, and they're definitely mad about Epstein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manosphere.
The manosphere.
Is that only white men?
No, but it is straight men. He's straight men humor.
Straight guys.
Yeah.
You know, straight guys were always funny.
Straight
But
women, and I
Not
think
all
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
The best audience.
When I was a kid, they were always funny. They were always funny. But, you know,
Well, we're
I guess
talking
white
about,
guys
you
have
know.
changed.
It's funny how The View just lumps most male comedians into.
Wait. So she blatantly said straight guys. Whoopi then says, "Oh, it's only white guys." There are so are only white guys straight? Whoopi, I'm trying. Let me hear this again. Let me hear this one more time.
The best audience.
When I was a kid, they were always funny. They were always funny. But, you know,
Well, we're
I guess
talking
white guys
about,
have changed.
It's funny how The View just lumps most male comedians into the manosphere, like it's some kind of secret society meeting in Joe Rogan's sauna. And then they sit there, genuinely confused, asking what happened to all the white funny guys. It was great hearing Matt and Shane talk about the whole ESPYs experience on the pod. One thing a lot of people, including Shane, noticed was just how genuinely happy Matt was for him.
I was so happy to get Brittany on there. So nice. And I will say this, and this is just, I want to say this publicly.
For sure.
When I saw the videos of you laughing, it meant the world to me. Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody.
Who is that?
I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's crazy. You clap for that. That's like genuinely support.
It was
like,
pure
how
joy.
nice is that to see your boy laughing like that? When you're like, damn.
It was unbridled
Damn,
joy.
he loves me. yes. For real, though.
When we started doing the joke, I exited frame because I was holding my face. I was I can't keep it together. And when the whole room of people bought in to Brittany being a four-time WNBA champion.
So just like Shane is walking a similar career path
Hey,
to
listen,
Norm, I think
there's
it's
some
worth
reality
pointing out
behind
why
that,
The View
guys.
hated Norm in the first place. It all goes back to that
Who is
infamous
that?
segment
Norm
where
who?
Norm kept saying the president was a killer. And you could see Barbara Walters just silently dying inside, which of course only made Norm go harder.
See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
Norm Macdonald.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who the murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered the guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I
Norm
tell
Macdonald.
you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay?
Oh, she looks
Be a good
uncomfortable.
boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I don't
to
want
talk
to get
about
into this,
that.
and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to it.
That was pretty funny.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up! Shut up! Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right. Now.
Is that Joy? Is that like a
Let's talk football.
younger old Joy?
Manslaughter.
So apparently after that, Barbara refused to be on the show with Norm ever again. And later, one of his
Hold
appearances
on.
actually got canceled. Not because of politics, but because he
Oh,
made a
geez.
joke on Howard Stern about people who like making grilled cheeses at night. But I think Norm got the last laugh. When he did come back,
Oh, bro, I want to hear it.
he issued an apology. But right before he said it, he casually popped a sunflower seed into his mouth and kept a perfectly straight face. He played it so well, I don't think most people even realized it was satire.
Reporters always ask you, like, what's offensive? Is anything over the line? And I personally think almost everything is over the line.
If it's
They
funny.
want you to be edgy, and then when you are, you get hurt for it.
Right.
But you know, comedians.
But
are
I will
trying-
say, the remark I made about people with Down syndrome was just a
Insensitive.
terrible,
Yeah.
terrible,
And
terrible
stupid.
thing for me to
We
say.
agree.
Well, all of this is
He didn't mean any of what he just said.
happening.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's all I got.
He's making fun of you. He's making fun of you to your face for basically like taking massive amounts of offense to a literal joke. Guys, listen. Some of these like comedians absolutely have the ability to kind of say whatever they really want to say because again, a lot of them are just commenting on society and looking at society, let's say, in from an angle that many people really just can't, unfortunately, because they're looking at a surface level, right? So I don't think that comedians should ever kind of go through the process of getting canceled and things like this. Because why are you doing that? Because I mean, they're the truth tellers a lot of the times here, guys, right? Like, you are going through life, in fact. For the most part, blind while they see the hilariousness in some of the things. Guys, if you don't like comedy, don't partake in it, I would say here. I've never been offended by a comedian, bro. So that's my opinion, obviously, but that's not everyone.
Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies. And I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.